There are 1.4 billion people in China, another 1.4 billion in India. Together, they represent nearly 40% of the entire human race. And yet, right now, as the most watched sporting event in human history plays out across North American stadiums in front of billions of viewers, neither of those two giants is on the pitch. Not one player, not one kit, not one anthem. They are simply not here. And yet, tiny Curaçao, an island of just 185,000 people, small enough to fit inside a mid-sized city, has made it to the FIFA World Cup 2026. So let me ask you this. What does it actually take to produce a World Cup nation? Because if you thought the answer was simply have more people, the numbers are about to destroy that assumption completely. There is genuine academic research suggesting that population size is one of the strongest predictors of World Cup qualification. More people means a bigger talent pool, right? More young bodies, more chance of producing a generational player? Brazil appears to confirm the theory perfectly. Brazil has over 211 million people. It is the second most populous nation at this tournament, and it is the most successful nation in the history of the competition. 5 World Cup titles. The theory holds up, except it doesn't really. Because the United States has over 340 million people, and in its entire World Cup history has reached exactly one semifinal. Italy, one of the great football cultures on Earth, a country with a massive reserve of professional talent, has failed to qualify for 3 consecutive World Cups. 3 times in a row they've watched from home. And then there's China and India. The 2 most populous nations on the planet have never qualified for the men's World Cup final stages. Not once, not in the entire history of the tournament. The same statistical models that highlight the power of population also reveal some of the most glaring anomalies in world sport. So what actually fills that gap? What separates the nations with the head count from the nations with the hardware?
Researchers point to something economists call the demographic dividend, the human and economic potential unlocked when a country has a large, young, productive population and commits to actually developing it. Football follows the same logic as national economies. Wealth matters, coaching infrastructure matters, long-established football culture matters, elite player development pathways matter. These things shape tournament outcomes at least as much as raw population, and in many cases, significantly more. And then there is migration, one of the defining forces reshaping the modern World Cup squad. The 2026 tournament reflects a world that is increasingly connected and layered with complex identity. Players whose families crossed borders are now representing nations they may never have grown up in, and it is producing some of the most compelling stories in the sport. Curaçao is the purest example, a Dutch Caribbean island with a population of 185,000, the smallest nation ever to qualify for a men's World Cup. Every single member of their squad plays professionally outside Curaçao. Many of them developed their careers in the Netherlands. They are a diaspora made into a football team. And they made it! A country with fewer people than a mid-sized European city is standing on the same stage as Brazil, Spain, and Argentina. Uruguay is another story that refuses to make sense if you only look at the numbers. A South American nation of just 3.4 million people has won this tournament twice and continues to compete as one of the sport's genuine heavyweights. 2 championships from a nation that would fit inside the greater metropolitan area of a single major city. How? Football is not just a sport in Uruguay, it is a national identity, a civic religion, and a system built over more than a century to develop talent at every level. Population gives you a canvas. Culture and investment paint the picture.
And that is the bottom line of what this research ultimately tells us. The World Cup is not a population contest. It is a human investment contest. The countries that win, whether that means a title, a famous upset, or a historic first qualification like Curaçao, are the ones that built systems around people, created pathways for talent that exists well beyond their borders, and cultivated a culture in which football isn't left to chance.
Demography can open the door, but only investment, infrastructure, and genuine commitment to developing human potential walk you through it. So here is what I want you to answer in the comments right now. Which country at this World Cup do you think is the most extraordinary overachiever relative to its size and resources? And which massive, well-resourced nation is the tournament's most embarrassing underperformer? Drop it below. And if this kind of deep dive analysis is what you're here for, hit subscribe, because the scoreline is only ever half the story.